Ko te uro Flavel.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker, kia ora tātou katoa. Pleased to take a short call on this Taxation International Investment and Remedial Matters Bill on behalf of Te Pāti Māori. Mr. Speaker, 3 weeks ago the Minister of Finance told the House that the New Zealand economic recovery is vulnerable to any kinds of price shocks, including oil price shocks. At the moment, there is evidence of increases in commodity prices that would suggest that there could be risks into the future. And of course, we come to this bill aware of the impacts of what many economists consider to be the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression of the 1930s. So we've been through a time marked by a failure of key businesses, declines in consumer wealth, estimated to be worth hundreds of trillions of US dollars, and a significant decline in the economic activity. Into this context, then, we're interested in the impact of the proposed introduction of an active income exemption for foreign investment funds. Mr. Speaker, basically this bill aims to reduce compliance costs by offering transparency in the current rules by streamlining the process around the taxation of income from foreign investment funds. It does this in an attempt to encourage New Zealand investment in the offshore investment funds. So to the extent in which such a proposal may incentivise small businesses to grow by reducing compliance costs, the Māori Party is definitely interested in seeing how this plays out over time. The Māori Party places particular priority on the need to support the development and innovation of small businesses, including minimising taxation and compliance costs. Mr. Speaker, in this bill, that goal will be achieved by simplifying the number of calculation measures. Apparently there are 6 different measures currently available. Under the active income exemption for foreign investment funds, only passive income, such as interest, royalties and rents, that is derived by New Zealand shareholders in offshore companies will be subject to New Zealand tax. So that the key problem that the bill is seeking to address is the inequity experienced by foreign companies offshore in having to pay both New Zealand tax and comply with the tax rules of that particular country. New Zealand's international tax rules can often impose higher tax or compliance costs on offshore operations than those faced by competing businesses operating in the same country. For any New Zealand business which invests in a foreign company, they need not only comply with the tax rules of that country, but also attribute income and potentially additional tax in New Zealand. Under such a situation, it can tend to create an incentive for New Zealand companies to seeking to establish business ventures outside of Aotearoa to actually relocate their headquarters to countries which have far more favourable tax rules. So a very clear benefit from the proposal in this bill is that while we are unable to stop the seemingly unstoppable drive to expand offshore, at least we won't be threatened by the possibility that New Zealanders will just sell up and leave Aotearoa for good because of an unforgiving tax regime. I say so that the Māori Party is happy to support this bill at the first reading to enable the kōrero to be had. Kia ora tātou.